Getting better and better.
Miller with Broom on him. Gives it up to Burnett, who slips but finds Miller. Griffin. Wow, the freshman is feeling it. And this is the largest lead of the game now for Alabama.
Well, the last 5 games, Ryland Griffin has been truly outstanding. That just gives Alabama another weapon coming off the bench.
Green, a beautiful feed, and Williams the finish.
Brandon Miller turned his head, and Jalen Williams cut baseline to help a teammate that was in the 3-second lane after he picked up his dribble. What a great cut by Jalen Williams.
Miller gives it up again.
But great job by Janai Broom to help out and recover with Clowney as he rolled to the basket.
Burnett strong inside, tipped up and in, and Miller is down.
And Miller came in from the left corner, wasn't blocked out, and after that ball just popped out, he popped it back in. Not sure whether he got his ankle there or what happened.
Those are also his first points of the second half for the leading scorer in the conference, and he is up and walking off under his own power. He might have gotten hit across the face inadvertently by Williams on his way down. Miller is staying in the game and appears to be okay. And a turnover gives it back to Alabama.
Just one dribble to the left and you have the angle to make that pass, because it's tough for Janai Broom when he's trying to seal Clowney in the lane to break contact and go after that ball. You have to change the angle to get it to him, because he buried Clowney in the lane.
Jasper in defending Sears. Sears goes baseline, kicks it. Burnett for 3. And Broom blocks out Clowney, and Clowney is called for the foul.
Alabama is continuing to, in a game where Auburn has put so much attention of taking Brandon Miller out of the game. Miller's got 10 points, but he's 0 of 7 from 3-point range. You know, Auburn's within striking distance here as we get toward the end of regulation, because they've really limited the Alabama 3-point attack. But Griffin off the bench has made the difference. Great pass.
Broom the finish, and it's a 2-point game.
A run in action so that KD Johnson can turn the corner, and that draws help, and Janai Broom wide open under the basket. A good job by KD Johnson negotiating that flare screen.
Now Sears gets free and draws the foul on the drive. Mark Sears getting stronger and stronger as this game moves along.
Seems like every drive that Alabama's making, whether it's Mark Sears or Jaden Bradley, they are body seeking. They're not shying away from contact. They're helping create it. And as a result, Alabama's shooting more free throws in the second half. The problem is Alabama's not making as many. 10 of 17 from the free throw line heading into these 2 for Mark Sears.
This is a guy Nate Oates happy to see on the line. 3 for 3 today now, and 83% on the season.
And when the big shots for Alabama get fouled, Sears and Miller, both of them shoot over 80%.
Ooh, and he missed the second one there.
You're not a believer in that announcer curse.
Well, I think we shared that one. We each had a hand in that one. It's like a sack. We each get half the credit for
We
that.
don't share anything. That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Green open. And the rebound to Clowney. Miller in traffic, guarded by Flanagan.
Got to stay low.
Good help by Broom. Now Miller with a seam, and he lays it in.
But he's got game. Wow. Just that little rub screen set by Bediako helped free him up, because now Broom's got to get back and pick up the roll. And that opened up that left-handed drive. There's the flex cut.
Broom, the lefty, rejected by Bediako.
Those long arms. Bediako, one of the best shot blockers in the Southeastern Conference. This is where Auburn has to have a stop. Horns action. Got the switch.
Sears tripped over the leg of Flanagan, and it's Auburn ball. Green. Boy, fortunate to get out of that. Williams for three. And Green is fouled.
Boy, that was a 50-50 ball on that rebound, and Auburn got it. Green got to it first.
The littlest guy on the floor.
That was a huge rebound. Now watch this drive. The screen was never really set, but Janai Broom has to get back, and it was almost like a quick double team. And this rebound was huge. I mean, Miller had a better opportunity, I thought, to get it, but that leads to 2 free throws. And if Auburn doesn't score here, that makes a comeback win much more difficult going down the stretch.
Green, a good free throw shooter, and just as importantly, a guy who gets to the line a lot. Averages about 6 free throw attempts per game. About to take his 8th here today.
I don't think anybody ever told him that he's under 6 feet tall, because he doesn't play like it.
1 of 2.
So Alabama wants to run its offense with pace, but they don't have to be in a hurry here. With a 2-possession lead, the clock is a friend of the Tide. So here comes Miller to set the high ball screen. He can just ghost out of it.
Oh, Sears lost it. Flanagan. Green cross court. Johnson wide open. Rebound Flanagan. Up. Not in, and down with it is Clowney. Boy, more opportunities on the offensive glass for the Tigers, but they come up empty, and Griffin with a flush at the other end.
And Bruce Pearl unhappy. He thought with all that contact there was a foul on the rebound, but Alabama took advantage of it and got the easy one the other way.
Final minute. Green a miss. Miller the rebound, and he's fouled. And the Tide up 6 as they walk to the free throw line at the other end.
Now let's take a look. Janai Broom there to grab the rebound off this second shot opportunity. And there really wasn't a ton of contact there. But a great shot fake by Ryland Griffin to be able to get to the basket. And Bruce Pearl not happy with it. But I'm not sure there was a foul there on that initial rebounding action.
And Alabama moving closer to its 22nd win of the season. The Tigers have missed their last 7 shots. And Nate Oates' team, which has played in some hostile environments this year, the number 3 team in the nation, looks like they're going to get out of this one with a win after really trailing most of the afternoon.
And you're left with the feeling of not only the talent of this Alabama team, but its toughness. This team is tough, man. For them to go 12-0 in SEC play with as good as this league is, this is an impressive Alabama basketball team.
Alabama has never been a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. They certainly could be this year. Alabama has never been to a Final Four. They certainly have the talent to get there this year.
And I thought a couple of years ago when they wound up losing to UCLA, and the free throw line was what got them beat against the Bruins that year. The UCLA went to the Final Four and lost to Gonzaga in the national semifinal. That team had Herb Jones. I thought that was a Final Four favorite. But this team is really good, and the depth is impressive.
Williams for 3. Bediako skies for the rebound. Shot clock turned off. 8-point game. And it looks like no fouls coming. Boy, an afternoon that started off in such promising fashion for Auburn is going to end up with another win for Alabama. These two will meet again in Tuscaloosa on the 1st of March as Bediako slams it home. The final margin will not reflect how close this game was for most of the afternoon, but a lot of credit to the Tide for finding a way to win this one here at Auburn. That basket will count. Alabama now moves to 22-3. Nate Oates has himself a heck of a team, and they've got some big hopes going forward in the next few weeks. Brandon Miller and company win 77-69, 4 in double figures as they remain undefeated.